My name is Brett Asmussen, seeking re-election to Burquitlam Council. As a longtime resident of the city of Burquitlam, married, 2 grown children, I'm a transit bus driver for the last 28 years. I'm proud to serve our community. I see the potential in our city, and I'm committed to making sure that your tax dollars are spent wisely, neighborhoods are safe. We incorporate environmentally sound development practices and infrastructure policies. Business-friendly, continue to improve our roads and transit. We all have a voice in local government. We will carry on with our goal to make sure that your voices are heard. I believe that and will continue to ensure that the city's best management practices are open, transparent, and respectful. I express my sincere gratitude to the community representatives and the many local citizens advocates who have worked with me as we continue to make Burquitlam a great place to live, work, and play. On November 15th, vote Brent Asmussen, independent candidate for Burquitlam City Council. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Don, and everybody from the BCA for hosting this important event. My name is Ben Craig. I'm your independent candidate for City Council. I believe in supporting our communities, our businesses, and you, the taxpayer. Our government has become unaffordable. Our taxes go up, while our services go down. City Hall isn't thinking like a taxpayer. Now, I've spoken to thousands of you over the years, and your message is clear. This has to stop. We deserve better. If we want to live in the greatest city in British Columbia, our politicians can't just show up every 4 years to ask for your vote. They have to show up every single day. And that's what I've been doing. Just ask Mayor Stewart. I think he has a different word for it. As a professional financial advisor, I understand the value of a dollar and the need to stick to budgets. My vision is for all of us to live well, raise our families, grow our businesses, knowing that City Hall is working for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm running for mayor. As your previous mayor, as your mayor for 16 years. Everything that I promised years ago when I was a mayor, I fulfilled each and every one of them. There's not one of you people in this crowd could say the mayor promise never fulfilled. I fulfilled each and every one of my promises. I'll tell you why I'm running. We have no leadership in the City Hall. If you ask about 60% of the council members sitting there now, they'll tell you the same thing. Leadership, leadership, leadership. I've had management come to me and said, Lou, when are we going to get some leadership in here? Can you go into the mayor's office and maybe talk to him about, show him how things can be done, how leadership can be done? I went to see him, guess what? I started talking to him, he threw me out of his office because I was telling him how he should be doing things. So ladies and gentlemen, November 15th, make a difference to somebody that's a real leader and will fulfill all the promises that I made in my brochure. Vote for Lucifer. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Neil Nicholson. I'm running for council because I want to protect Burquitlam and Burquitlam too. I was timing Lou. He finished it too quick. You need leaders working together for you. We're a team of 5 strong leaders committed to protecting Burquitlam. Our challenge is affordability. Burquitlam has to stay affordable for those who built it. We have to protect rental housing while developing new housing choices. The environment, we've stood up to Kinder Morgan, we've stood up to burning garbage. Those fights aren't over. You need a strong team to win them. Economy and jobs, as Burquitlam grows, we need good employers, jobs where you live. We'll use your resources at City Hall to target employment opportunities for you. Fun and safety, our police need our support, the tools they need, so you don't have to worry. To serve you best, I need a strong team. November 15th, vote Chauvin, Jack Trumley, Benita Zarilla, Chris Wilson, and me, Neil Nicholson.
Hello, my name's Craig Hodge, and I'm running for re-election. I'm completing my first term on council, but I've lived in Burquitlam all of my life, and now I'm raising my young family here. I coach soccer, I coach ball hockey, and I run a scout troop here in Burquitlam. My wife Darla and I owned a home here in the Oakdale area, so I'm familiar with many of the issues that concern the residents in this neighborhood. Burquitlam's population is going to grow by 8,000 residents, and we need to add amenities now to accommodate this growth. We need more parks. We need to make improvements to existing parks and create more open space. We need a community center. And once again, we need a fire hall and a library that we once had in this community. With the arrival of SkyTrain, we will have more pedestrian and vehicle traffic, so we must keep our residents safe. I want to see an increased police presence on the streets, and I want more sidewalks in this area to make it easier for Burquitlam residents to walk to their SkyTrain station. And I want to see more public parking in this area, so that when commuters come into this area to use SkyTrain, our residents will
Hello, I'm Terry O'Neill, and I'm running for re-election on council. I know that Burquitlam residents are worried about the change that's coming to their neighborhood, the density and the Evergreen line. Everyone at this table is saying that they're concerned too, but I believe that actions speak louder than words. And that's why I'm proud that I was one of only 3 members of council, none of them of the Protect Burquitlam slate, that voted against turning Como Lake from Mariner all the way to Clark into a truck route for 2 months, and then maybe every month after that ad infinitum. Our engineering department voted against it, said it was wrong, the public hadn't been consulted, and yet they went ahead and did this. Thankfully, council came to its senses and voted unanimously in favor of my motion in the middle of September to overturn the ill-conceived truck route plan. You're going to get more of this sort of good leadership, principled decision-making if you vote for me, Terry O'Neill, on November 15th. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Andy Shin, and I'm running again for council. It's been 6 years since I first started running. I've commuted from my house to SFU when I attended university through this community, and I've seen this community change. They now have a SkyTrain being built. Buildings are being torn down, but unfortunately, while I've been door knocking since July, people have been telling me over and over that we need to start creating jobs in this community. We need to worry about public safety. In fact, when I attended the Community Association meeting, they told me that there were a lot of vandalism happening in the city, and that could be prevented if we have proper policing in this community. Third, I think that we need to stand up for taxpayer dollars. You guys are paying most of the shares for the city, and at City Hall, they're just spending and spending and spending. They don't know when to stop. And we need proper people at City Hall to be able to say, look, this is something that we don't want. Sorry, it's something that we don't need, so let's not spend that money. We can spend it later on. On another issue, I've heard from people that we need parks and communities.
Thank you very much. My name is Richard Stewart. I'm Mayor of Burquitlam, and I actually lived all my life in Burquitlam. I went to SFU as well, and I remember commuting through this area and seeing change back then in the 70s and 80s. My background actually is in housing affordability. I was on the Minister's Advisory Council on affordable housing. I founded the Society for Housing Affordability in BC, did a lot of work on rental housing, consumer protection in the housing sector as well as the development of infrastructure and neighborhood planning. Over the past 6 years, we've done a lot to try to turn the city's finances around and to put it back in a good stead. I've also pushed very hard in this community for the need to increase the amount of parkland. There's 2 communities in Burquitlam that have almost no parkland, and that is Burquitlam and Millardville. And that's a historic reality. We have a lot to do to make sure that we improve realities for Burquitlam and Millardville, and I'm going to push hard in the next 3 years again for more of that. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Justin Kim, an independent candidate. I'm a Burquitlam resident and married and a father of 2 children, aged 8 and 4. I own a small business specializing in IT consulting. I am a community volunteer and actively involved in church and work with youth, young families, seniors, and veterans. As your city councilor, I will work to ensure There are good amenities and infrastructures in place to meet your needs. I will encourage growth in high-tech sector leading to more local quality jobs. I will respect the views of residents and ensure City Hall remains open, transparent, and accountable so that we are fiscally responsible with your tax dollars. I will serve to the best of my ability to uphold and enhance our beautiful and diverse city. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to move on to the next section. I just want a couple of reminders. We've got two mics on the table. The one with the yellow tab should stay in this section. The other one on the other half, pass them back. Please remember to hold your mic straight like this so you sound nice and loud like I do, like they're going to sing an opera or something. Because some of the people at the back, they can't quite hear you, so you want to project your voice back there. We want to make sure everyone gets heard. And for the audience, no heckling, please. We want to presume goodwill. So if you've got opinions, please wait until afterwards. You can express them. But in here, this needs to be a place where we all can hear what everyone has to say. The question is, this is the first time we see candidates running as a team. What is the reason behind it?
Before I answer the question, I would like to say that I'm really excited to be working with 4 strong community leaders who look out for our community, who have diverse experience and expertise. Now, answer to your question. You vote for me because you believe in my vision and the issues I stand for. Now, you can count on that 4 other strong leaders believe in the same vision and who will look out for your interests. That's why I'm running with the team. We need community leaders who work together in the City Hall to protect the interests. I make no apologies. Politics is a game of cooperation and working together. Thank you.
Thanks. Could you pass the mic to Mayreen, please? If you want to comment, I don't know if you want to comment. It's not really applicable if you're not in a slate, but if you'd like to comment on the slate question, otherwise I can go to another question for you.
30 seconds to respond.
Yep.
My response is that we do work as a team. As soon as you elect us to City Hall, that's our job. And that's what we do. And sometimes we do it very well and make you happy, and other days not so much. Thank you.
Same question. Yep.
I'm proud to be running as an independent candidate because I think what happens once we get to City Hall, our job is to collaborate. Work together regardless of political stripe. So I'm proud of the fact that earlier this year I reached out to Councillors Hodge, Nicholson, and O'Neill on an issue that we were dealing with the Chamber of Commerce and sought input from all 3 across the political spectrum because that's what we have to do with council. Speak and collaborate and work together. That's why I'm running as an independent. I ask for your support.
Thank you. The next question is directed to Richard Stewart, and then Mr. Skor will get a chance to answer after that. So, Mr. Stewart, who makes the decision as to where the casino money is designated? Councillors or staff or mayor or something like
Okay, well, with casino money, as with almost everything else, these are council decisions. Council gets together and works out certainly the staff recommendations about how to deal with it, but these are always council decisions. I have taken a position as mayor that council ought to be making decisions, that we ought not to be imposing decisions as mayor. I know there's different positions on that, but I don't believe that the mayor should be an autocratic ruler. It should be council making those decisions. Council makes the decisions on casino money.
Thank you. Mr. Skor?
Thank you very much. It is not the council who makes the decision. See, even the mayor doesn't know what's happening in the city hall. I mean, seriously. I mean, it is shocking. It is shocking. The fact is, it's the staff that makes the decision, put the package in front of us, here's what we're going to vote on. And the majority will rule, we change some of the things we don't. But I'll tell you, when I'm the mayor, certainly I'll tell you, the community groups and sports groups and other groups will be able to get hold of that money a lot more easier than what it is today. And that's all there's to it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Next question, we'll go back to Mr. Wilson. We would like to know if we could start using pesticides for Schaefer beetles. Not really a question, but there you go.
Pesticides for Schaefer beetles, you know, a lot of us have been door knocking for a lot of weeks and months, and to me that's almost become the emerging issue of this election is Schaefer beetles. We've talked to city staff about the best way to deal with this and directed them to try to work to come up with a better solution for the spring. And really, I'm not the one that will decide whether we can use pesticides or not, but we need to have our staff do some more research and come back to us.
Thank you.